The NFL playoffs start this weekend, and here's how each of the three AFC Wildcard teams could go on to Vegas and win the Super Bowl this year. All three wildcard teams, the Steelers, Dolphins, and Browns, have experienced their fair share of injuries throughout this season and will undoubtedly affect each team's chance for moving on in the first round. The Steelers definitely have the hardest hill to climb if they hope to even make it out of the first round on Sunday, as they get to face the red-hot Buffalo Bills, who are winners in 6 of their last 7, and 3 of those wins are against playoff teams. It'll be a tall task for Pittsburgh to take out the 2-seeded Bills, as they'll also be without all-pro pass rusher TJ Watt, who suffered a grade 2 MCL sprain in their win over the Ravens over the weekend, and that'll likely keep him out for the postseason as well. If Pittsburgh hopes to take out Buffalo, they'll need their defense to step up majorly and slow down this Bills passing game. Their defense did finish 6th in the NFL defensively, allowing only 19.1 points per game, but they have to slow down Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs if they want to leave Buffalo victorious. Even if they do that, they still have to take down Baltimore, which may seem like a daunting task, but they've beaten them already twice this season, even if one of those games was against their backups. If the Steelers truly want to run the table, though, and be the first 7 seed in NFL history to win a title, they'll need their offense to step up in a big way. This is a playoff team without a true starting quarterback, as they started Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky, and Mason Rudolph all at different points this year. They need Rudolph to step up in a big way along with George Pickens to help carry this passing game, but luckily they do boast one of the best back duos in the league in Najee Harris and rising star Jaylen Warren, who is sensational this season down the stretch. If the Steelers can play gritty football and slow their opponents' offenses, they could be the one raising Lombardi in just a few short weeks. Moving on up to the 6-seeded Dolphins, who have been killed recently by injuries, they'll start their playoff run by taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. They'll be without 5 of their linebackers in Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, Andrew Van Ginkel, Jerome Baker, and Cameron Good, who have all been ruled out for the first playoff game, and many could miss the entire postseason. On top of this, both their starting cornerbacks in Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard are questionable, along with starting safeties Javon Holland and Deshaun Elliott. Despite the recent plethora of injuries, though, this Dolphins team was still 3rd in the league in sacks, and were as high as the 2 seed until Sunday night when they lost their division lead to the Bills. If the Dolphins are bound for a deep playoff run, they need their offense to find success and play sound football. It seems in every Dolphins loss this year, they lost due to their own mistakes on offense, from drops to bad picks to bad snaps to Tua slipping on the turf multiple times in clutch moments. The Dolphins need Tua to finally have his elite moment as a quarterback, where he takes the reins of this offense and powers them forward. There's no doubt this offense has the firepower in Mostert, A-Chain, Waddle, and likely offensive player of the year Tyreek Hill. They just need it all to come together finally against a winning team, and we'll know if the Dolphins are bound for their 3rd Super Bowl in franchise history if they look like a serious team come Sunday. The last AFC Wildcard team, I think, has the best odds to pull off an upset this weekend, and that's the Cleveland Browns. Led by the surprising resurgence of Joe Flacco, they're one of 3 teams in the playoffs this year with a Super Bowl winning quarterback at the helm. They have a bona fide leader and playoff performer in Flacco, and the potential defensive player of the year in Myles Garrett as they head to Houston for their first round matchup. I love this matchup for the Browns as they play a very inexperienced Texans team with a rookie QB at the helm. And this Browns defense could potentially cause havoc for any team in the postseason this year as well. This Browns team is one of the best wildcard teams in recent memory I've seen, as they boast a very impressive offense and defense that rank 10th in points per game offensively and 13th in points per game defensively. They also are the 3rd most interceptions and 6th most sacks of any defense in the NFL. If Flacco can continue his hot streak and Amari Cooper and Jerome Ford can continue to contribute for this offense, the Browns could very well find themselves pulling off an underdog story we haven't seen since the likes of Nick Foles leading the Eagles to their first Super Bowl in franchise history, as the Browns hope they have their own potential folk hero and an unlikely candidate as well with 38-year-old Joe Flacco. That's the scoop for this weekend on the wildcard teams. Let me know if you think any of them have a chance of raising the bar this year down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.